You've noticed that there are politics which are blocking the country to move forward. What are those politics?
I think that what I got from many politicians was a short-term vision. What they want to do now quickly, that people are impatient, that they want to change things. I didn't get a sense that people are thinking about the long term, about what this country will look like in 10 years or 20 years, what language young kids who are now in school, what language they will be able to communicate with each other in, and what this country will look like. I didn't get nobody's thinking long term, everybody's thinking about the short term. And I think that could be dangerous, because if the current trends of separation and segregation continue and deepen, you will have a very divided country in the future. And that could be dangerous.
Mr. Moujinex, the new law for use of languages divided the society. You were discussing this with all officials in Macedonia. What is your opinion now?
I heard very contradictory reports from different politicians on this. From the Prime Minister, from Deputy Prime Minister, I heard that this law is a good thing. It continues previous progress on the rights of communities, that it will release creative energies and allow people to feel as if they belong. From other people, I heard that it will divide the country, that it will prevent a common language from being strengthened, and that it will increase separation and segregation. I hope that the Venice Commission can be useful. But it will only assess the constitutionality of the language law and not whether or not it promotes good relations. This is why I think I would hope that the government would seek advice and consult with expert bodies like the High Commissioner on National Minorities or the Framework Convention. They have a lot of experience on these issues, and they could assess whether it is in line with best international practices, what might be the impact of it on integration and on the rights of communities.
You mentioned the segregation. We already have that in schools. You are mentioning that in your report. What should be done?
Well, I think there are several aspects to it. One is to get children learning together, to have joint classes of kids of different ethnic and linguistic groups. The second is the acquisition of languages. Even where there's goodwill, the opportunities to learn languages of other communities are limited, and they start quite late. I was a bit surprised and taken aback that kids learn English before they learn Macedonian, or have the opportunity to even learn other languages. I think that all kids should have the opportunity to learn Macedonian from an early age. And especially in those areas where non-majority communities live in significant numbers, the kids should have the opportunity, at least from an early age, to learn these languages. Because my fear is that there will be no common language among people in the future, and that bilingualism or multilingualism has not been promoted through government policy. So the older generation can still communicate with each other, but the younger people will not be able to communicate unless you start thinking about this and investing in it now.
You've been talking about all kinds of discriminations. What about the political discrimination in Macedonia?
Yes, I heard this as well from many people, is that one of the most common forms of discrimination is on the basis of political affiliation. And since political affiliation is often linked to one or the other ethnic and linguistic group, that it overlaps and sometimes reinforces, these two kinds of discrimination reinforce each other. I understood that that the Commission for the Prevention of Discrimination was not sufficiently active in the view of many people in addressing this kind of discrimination because it was overly closely linked with the political parties. And that's why I think this idea to strengthen and make more independent this commission from the government, from political parties, is a good thing. It could help address these kinds of things, and the complaints that people don't get jobs or don't have access to certain things because they are or are perceived to be affiliated with a certain political party. So I'm hoping that these issues will be more effectively addressed by the new Commission.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moujinex, for this interview.
Thank you.